What's up, everyone? Welcome to Market Recap with myself, the Swinging Bull, and of course, LilyStar. We do this every Tuesday at 5 p.m. How you doing today, Lily?
I'm doing all right, Bull. How you doing? So
Pretty
glad to be
good.
here.
Yep. Had some great trades today in the premium section. We were trading the SPY again, of course, and then of course James had a lot of option alerts, and then Lee as well, and Amy. We got some fantastic option analysts in the premium section, but we just wanted to do a little market recap about the day here. If you're looking at my chart, I got the SPY pulled up. This top chart, this is the 1 minute chart. The bottom chart is the daily chart. So looking at SPY, we opened up at 413.55.
Yeah, I
And
looked for it to go down this morning. I really did.
yeah, and we basically kind of closed right around where we opened. So in general, it was a flat day if you compare the
Yeah,
open to the close.
a lot of
And with
sideways action.
Yeah, it was basically sideways if you compare the open and the close, with some volatility
Yeah,
included in the mix there, and we just basically played the volatility. You can see my screen here. I got some levels charted out here. So when SPY was bouncing off some of these levels, this is where we were playing our day trades here. So good stuff there.
it was a good
Um,
day.
it
Big
was.
nothing sandwich for SPY as for open and close, but definitely a good day with playing the volatility.
Yeah, absolutely. I was looking at the heat map here. We do got some green. We got Amazon up almost 4.5%. We got Google up over 1%. Those are two huge companies, so those are nice gains for them. Everything else, mostly red. We do have some banking stocks that kind of ran a little bit today. JP Morgan Chase up almost 0.75%. Bank of America up almost 0.5% there. And then we got some smaller banks that were also in the green. So
Yeah, they were doing
it's,
well today. We had some Bank of America calls, I think,
oh, nice.
that were doing really well.
Very cool. Yep. I love that. So, basically, we did SPY did end the day down 0.5%. So that's why you're seeing a lot of this red here. As far as sectors today that were leading the pack, and the ones that were at the bottom of the pack, we got consumer discretionary was up 0.75% there. Communication services up almost 0.5%, and then financials, which was the third out of the top three, it was in the red by 0.34%. At the bottom of the pack, we got energy. Energy's been running a lot lately, so it kind of sold off today. And usually, when you see consumer discretionary at the top, you'll usually see the energy at the bottom, and vice versa. When energy runs, consumer discretionary tends to sell off. And then we got basic materials at the bottom, and utilities. So these three at the bottom, actually these four, actually the five sectors at the bottom: real estate, healthcare, utilities, basic materials, which is gold and that kind of thing, and then energy. These are kind of the flight to safety stocks. So they were at the bottom of the pack today, and then of course consumer discretionary was at the top. So pretty interesting day today.
Yep,
Well,
not surprised.
yeah. So we
How
can
did
look at,
Tesla finish? Is it flat too? Because we were
um,
watching Tesla this morning.
yeah, Tesla actually
Yeah.
ended 0.5% down. And well, actually, no, they ended flat. They're 0.18% down for the day. They're actually
Mm.
down 0.5% in after hours here. So they closed
But
up
I mean, it's
here.
had a really, I would say a really big run. It had a major pullback recently. So it's had a lot of movement past day and a half or so with an uptrend. So I'm
Yeah.
not surprised to see it kind of sideways. Market's still trying to figure out, is this where it's going to hold? Going to continue on? We're going to give some back here.
Yep.
Tomorrow or the next day might tell us.
Yeah. Tesla.
That's a lot of movement. Look at that.
Yeah, about 1, 2, 3, about 4 trading days ago, 4 trading sessions ago. We hit a low of 617, bounced off of there. It's been on a run ever since.
Yeah, I want to say they
And
put calls out for that too. That was nice. I was in those calls.
Yep. Calls were alerted in the mid 600s. Of course, we're not trying to time the bottom. It did hit
No,
a
we
bottom
just
of
need a
617.
confirmation. That's all we
Yeah.
needed.
Yep. And that's why we entered in the mid 6s. We kind of sacrificed a little bit of the play in the beginning to make sure we had a solid play. So the calls were alerted in the mid 6s. And of course, it had a pretty good run since then. So,
It's a beauty.
Yep, Tesla was good. Another thing I was looking at today was the oil stocks marathon.
Yes, I've been watching Oxy. I didn't check on it this afternoon, but that's
Oxy.
that's
Oxy's been running. It
yes.
sold off a
I've
little
been waiting
bit
for
today.
a pullback. Yeah.
Yep. So we did get a pullback from Oxy.
Yes, we did.
If you're looking at my screen here, I'm on the 15-minute chart. Looks like we hit this low a day around the low 69 area and seems to be holding up now going into
I'm going to give it
after
some
hours.
room, but I do like Oxy for a longer hold play, especially what's going on with oil and stuff like that.
Yep.
And if you go back a little bit further, Bull, you'll see in the chart where it came down from a recent run. I mean, it was doing pretty well.
Yeah, it hit low. It hit low 60s about a week or so ago. Ran all the way to 74, and then which the when it hit 74.04 today, I believe that was a new 52-week high. Yep, it was a new 52-week high we hit today. And then a lot of times when that happens, when we do hit a 52-week high, we will see some people selling and taking profits. Could be a lot of day traders there doing that. But yeah, we did get a pullback today on oil from the run we've been having for the past.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Let me see. When was it? March. March it kind of took off, and it did really well pretty quickly. It went to like 64 or so, and then we haven't been able to break over that, and we finally have. And so that's why I've been waiting for this pullback.
Yeah. Yep. I see what you're saying right here in March.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we made a newer high since mid May. We were like 69 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we gave a dip there and it came back up and broke through that. So now I'm waiting for that dip opportunity, which is what we're getting here. Going to see and wait for it to confirm that that's all it is. Yeah. And then I'd like to play some Oxy, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. But back what you were saying, back in March, it was
it took off.
Or actually,
it took off.
Yeah, it was actually the end of February. Towards the end of February, it hit a low of 37.56, and literally within a week, it almost doubled in price.
And that was probably our Russian news war, stuff like that. It's probably what did that so quickly.
That's probably when the Ukraine-Russian conflict kind of started hitting the news outlets, and probably around this time, and oil literally pretty much doubled as far as Oxy was concerned. But yeah, Oxy's been fun to play, that's for sure. Like you said, we just hit a new 52-week high. Today, we did get a pullback, which it kind of did the same thing on about 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, it hit around 69.80-ish, which was a new 52-week high. And then the very next day, you see the sell-off. And then, of course, it kind of, I mean, you could just use this 200-day moving average as support, So we had the sell-off. It found support at the 200-day moving average on the 15-minute chart. And it's been, running ever since. So just exactly what happened today. We hit a 52-week high and we get the sell-off. So now what we're looking for is for it to consolidate sideways and see if it makes another 52-week high, which then it'll have to break.
I'm waiting. We're going to see what's going to do with that 200 if it wants to go back and revisit that first.
Yeah, that would be a nice pullback. That would be a nice pullback.
We do have some people, Breckle was saying that we're getting some crackle on the live stream. I don't know if it's your microphone where it's plugged in, maybe. Let's try that. That sounds better. Yeah, move your head a little bit. There we go. I think we're good now. Sorry about that, Breckle.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, we got some people. Okay, nope, we don't have any
Y'all
questions
have any
yet.
questions? Y'all better hit them up. Got about
Yep,
15 more minutes.
that's right. Let me see what else was running. I wanted to go to, yeah, let's see this. Yep.
Yeah, I
All
like
right.
playing
So
the short-term
yeah,
plays right now. What's this one?
MULN.
Oh,
Look at that run
yes. We were
today.
talking about that this morning. Yeah, it was
Lee was
definitely
talking about
hot.
that. Yeah,
He was all over it.
Lee was talking about that at 9 o'clock in the morning.
He
Here,
even
let me
said
go
it
to
on
the
our Twitter
15.
spaces. He said,
He
"Hey, you
did.
guys, you better be watching this one."
Yeah, we went
Anybody that was
live.
following Twitter this morning, y'all got some little tidbit information from Mr. Stocklock Profits about MULN.
Yeah, we went live on Twitter around 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Mr. Stocklock Profits called out MULN as one to watch today. So if you would have entered on that call out around 118 ish, this thing ran all the way to 156. So you're looking at a 40%
Beauty.
plus gain there just from today. And it never really did come back to this 20-day
I
moving
know they
average.
had some good news. I don't know what it was,
Yeah,
but
let's
I
take a
did see
look.
some chatter about that.
Yeah, let's go back to here. They had a polymer battery test results. It surpassed expectations. And MULN Mullen Automotive, they're in the EV space. So they had a really successful battery test, and the results surpassed expectations. And then they ended up jumping 24% after that battery test, and then it went on to gain even more than that. So that's what it was. It was a successful battery test. It seems like this battery test was probably a big deal in the battery sector for the stock to run the way it did with
Yeah.
these test results. So very, very, very good run it had today. Looks like, yep, I got a Fibonacci already drawn out on this, so we're starting to reclaim those levels there.
Yep.
So MULN was great. We got CPOP ran over almost 22% today. Similar move to
Yes.
MULN. I don't think they're in the same
I
sector.
want to say that one's a low float, but I'm not sure. If I'm
Yeah,
remembering right. I think it is.
yeah, this is a Chinese stock as well, so we got to be careful there. The float on this one, yeah, it's only 24 million. It's not really a lot. Let's see what else we got. It's really not a lot
I
of
know
volume on this one.
I think Amy and James was all over cost this morning, COST.
Oh yeah, let's look
Uh,
up that one.
when it gave some back this morning, like the SPY and everything else. And
Oh,
I was there when they were talking about that one. And it was looking, and even I looked at the chart when they brought it up, and I was
yeah,
like, oh yeah, I'm liking this. Because I mean, it's been doing this for a couple days now. It
yeah,
only gives back so much, and then
that's
here we
right.
are.
And the trend is your friend until it's not.
That's right.
So back on May 20th, it hit low 400s. Costco did, and it only took about a week's worth of trading days, and it ran almost 20%, almost up to 475. So pretty good gain
Yeah, I
there
want to say
on
they did some
Costco.
calls on that this morning.
Yeah, they were doing calls, and they probably alerted. I personally was doing other trades, but I'm assuming they alerted the calls right after this
Yep.
sell off we
It
had.
probably that big green bar right there.
Yeah, so this was Costco this morning. It sold off, and then the premium section we alerted some calls on Costco that did very, very well today. Um, it's
Just
been trending up since then.
say
So
overall it was a good day, even though it's kind of a meh market today. But we
yeah,
had a good
yeah,
day in premium, I think.
yep, I agree. Does anyone else have any questions or anything like
I don't
that?
see anything. Let me see who
Um,
all's here.
yeah, I'll just keep
Yep, y'all
going
can
down the.
type it in the free live stream chat if you have any questions, okay, or any tickers you want us to go over. That's right above this channel in free live stream chat.
Let's see. Oh, look at SOS. Huh? They were up
What did
6%.
it do today?
They were up 6%. But
What's the price? 38 cents. Oh my goodness. I hadn't
I
looked at that one in so long.
I remember day trading SOS.
Oh man, I made a killing on it right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, this was like back in February, March of this year. When it hit a low down here, we played it to the upside. I mean, it hit a low of $4.45. We played it all the way. I mean, it was almost 100% runner there. But this is a stock you don't want to hold long
No,
term.
no,
Yeah,
no,
as
no,
you can
no.
see from the chart, I mean, it's just been a steady sell
They're
off
killing it.
for a
They're killing
long
it.
time. Yeah, basically this whole year.
Oh, we do have a question from our YouTube. We got Affirm thoughts on for Leap.
Let's
Put it on
check it
this.
out.
I'm gonna put it on the screen for you. There you go.
Oh yeah, thanks for checking that
Let's go look at
YouTube comment
Affirm.
for me.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'm a
Yeah.
girl.
Uh-huh. Yep. So Affirm for a leap. That's a good one there.
That's another
I
company I love playing too.
Yeah, I personally I love Affirm. We
I do
we we
too.
we used to sell cash secured puts on this when we had
Hmm.
this bull run. That this was towards it was like the end of summer 2021 leading up to the end of the year last year. We were selling cash secured puts on this uptrend and made quite a bit of premium on this. Hit a high of 176.65, and believe it or not, it's dropped all the way
It's
down
been
to
beat down with the rest of
$13.
the market, but I still like
Yeah.
Affirm. I
Yeah.
actually love how much it's given back because I'm
Yeah.
excited to once the market starts turning around. I want to take that one long, probably.
I think Affirm's a great company. They got hit hard this year because the technology sector in
Oh
general got
yeah,
got hit hard. So
it
it's
did.
not really anything Affirm as a company did. They just they kind
Well,
of
they're
followed
probably
suit.
overextended on that run. I mean, that was an amazing run. What did they get to? 170s, Bull,
Yeah, they got
back
to
during that
up to
time.
176
Yeah,
65. Yeah.
yeah,
So Affirm long term for a leap. Um, these are good prices to start a leap position. So we can go to the option chain here. And now a leap, I like my leaps. Of course, it needs to be. I'm personally buying 2024 leaps right now. You could try a 2023 January long option swing. I wouldn't really consider that a leap because it's less than 1 year away. A long option swing, I think, is anything from 3 months to a year. And then anything 1 to 2 years is where we're going to get into the leap territory. So we got this January 24th or I'm sorry, January 19th, 2024, option chain here on Affirm. What we want to look for is let's look at some of the deltas and the thetas here, and then of course
yes.
now you want to be careful with leaps. Whoever asked that question on YouTube, be careful with leaps when the implied volatility is close to 100.
That's right.
Okay, because if you're buying them, if you're buying options when the IV is high, keep in mind if the IV drops, so is
Yep.
the value of your contracts is going to drop.
You could be overpaying because if it's on a run that day or the past couple of days and it's just green bars after green bars, you could be paying more than what they would normally sell for. And so
Yeah,
even if it were to drop and come right back up to that price within a couple of weeks, let's say you had a month on the call or whatever, you still could break even or just barely.
right.
So I mean, you still could lose on that call.
Yeah,
So just definitely be careful with your IV.
yeah, and when I enter leaps, I like to leg into them. So I'll buy one contract just to open the position, and then I'll have a predetermined amount. Okay, maybe I'm going to put $2,000 total into this thing, total amount. So we got to look at how much these leaps are selling for. Me personally, I would go a little bit further out of the money because, as you can see, these 2024 calls, for a $30 leap call on a firm, each contract's going to be about $1,200, $1,300 just for one of them. So we could actually go further out of the money on this to find something more affordable. And you just kind of go down the list here and see which one might work for you. Me personally, I like. Let me see here. We can look at the open interest, okay, and I also like looking at the volume. So
Yeah.
with the firm, there's really not a lot of volume that was happening today, but we do have some with a lot of open interest, and so I would pick one that has a lot of open interest, and like either this $85 one or this $100 one. We got some good open interest there. The IV's not as high, and what I do like about these is the delta. We got the delta here on this $85 leap is 35, and you can see the theta is 0.009. So the delta is way higher than the theta. You want to make sure that that's aligned there. So I would pick the 85 or the 100 and just definitely leg into them. You know, like I said, if you got 2,000 bucks,
Yeah.
if you got 2,000 bucks and you pick the 81 and they're selling for, you know, the bid's 445, ask is 540, maybe try and get filled around $5. And then now you know that you could do 4 entries on that over the long term. So just
And I'd
buy one.
also, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No,
No, go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was just going to say that, I'd also like to see it hold this 2650 range to 27 to see if it's going to have a continuation. We're on a slight pullback here.
Yeah.
And it could, because of the market, I do want you to keep in mind, especially with your longer calls, and this is why Bull's telling you to leg into them. Keep in mind that we are overall still on a downtrend, and we do have more to come from the Fed and tapering and stuff like that. So until those things change, we could, get a lot of a sideways action. We could retest some of these lows. We might have to get some more confirmation, but I would like to see it hold that 2650 to 27 range.
Yeah, and another thing is on the daily chart on a firm, we do have the price action above the 9-day and the 20-day on the daily chart. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that's we're off to a good start. What's going to
Yes.
happen? We had the price action break above the 9 and the 20. Now we have a pullback retest. Okay, so what we're
Yes.
and you might want to wait for this to play out before you buy any leaps in this, because we want to
Yes.
see this retest and then we want to see it bounce off. Now, I see resistance being this 50-day moving average, which is 32.31.
Yes.
All right. So whoever was asking that question on YouTube, keep your eye on this 32.31. That's going to be resistance we need to keep our eye on. And then before you enter the leap, make sure we get a retest on the upside of these two moving averages. We want it to bounce off this 9 and 20. If it bounces off this 9 and 20-day moving average on the daily, I would feel comfortable going ahead and entering your first position on a leap there.
Yes. And also, as things change with the market, or if it just wasn't quite right because there's more to come, you can always reposition yourself. So if it's
That's
not
true.
working out, you can set your stops or whatever and reposition back into this play.
Right.
Me and Bull both like this, and we do like it for long term.
Yeah. So personally, if it goes to retest this 9 and 20 and it falls below it, I would not be entering leaps on this. So I would wait for a retest of the 9 and 20, make sure the price action stays above those two moving averages, and then I would feel comfortable going ahead and starting a leap position on that. But if it breaks down through the 9 and 20 to the downside, I would not open a leap on this. So keep
Yeah,
your eye
just
on
be
that on those levels.
patient and give it some time.
Yep.
And play accordingly, no matter
Yes.
what you decide.
Absolutely.
Well, I like that one. Thanks for the question. Anybody
Yeah.
else? What about
Yeah,
free
that was
live
a good one.
stream? Anybody? No? Everybody's just happy as they can be.
Yeah. No, hey, that's good. Maybe, they're just listening to us chat and go over the market recap. And I'm sure we probably answered some questions for some people just
Good.
going back and forth chatting. Yeah. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go teach this Pennybois University class in the premium section. So just so everyone knows, we do have a 22 class education program in the premium section, and it comes free with your premium subscription. So if you're interested, feel free to send me a DM and definitely check us out. But I'm going to go get ready for this class. I appreciate everyone joining me, and thank you so much, Lily. I always
Thank
appreciate
you,
you.
Bull. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I love doing these.
All right. I'll see you guys next
Have a
Tuesday.
good one, y'all.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.